HTTV in association with Absolute Warehouse Services. Carlos, we're delighted to welcome you as Huddersfield Town's new head coach. How delighted are you to be appointed into this role?
Honestly, I'm very happy. I'm very pleased to come here, to start to work here with all the Huddersfield family. So I'm really happy to come here.
In the past, you've reportedly been offered similar positions to this, and you've had recent success with Leeds United. What made this the right time for you to become a head coach and to come to Huddersfield Town?
I think sometimes, of course, is the opportunities. When the moments are right, I think you need to take advantage of these moments. My feeling was that, of course, I was part in Leeds. We had a commitment there with the club, but in the moment we get this commitment, I start to feel the possibility to start one project. It was why I arrived to Leeds. I started to work there as a head coach, then in the 23s, and I think it was the real moment, the right moment to give this step, and especially because I had the opportunity to do it with Huddersfield, and I think I trust a lot from the first meeting that I have with the people here. I was thinking that it was the right moment to do this step, and it was the right moment to take advantage of the opportunity and to start one project together.
Was it the project that really made you want to join Huddersfield Town, the chance to build something?
I think it's one of the key parts. It's like, first of all, you have the people, where you are meeting the people start to make you feel something. It's like when I meet with Lee Bromby and at the same time with Phil, with the president, I start to feel that they have very clear idea about what they wanted, and at the same time we have a very positive feeling between both that we can do this together. Then it's like when you start to meet people and you start to share ideas and everyone start to feel the same, I think you are going in the right direction. And of course too, when you are inside one project, when you are talking about one big club, you can feel more excited to do this job and you can feel more excited to give this step.
And you've had a number of different experiences in coaching and as a player. Fitness coach, used to be a goalkeeper, you've been a technical coach, under 23s, obviously you've had head coach experience as well. How does all of that help you going into this role?
I think all the coaches, we need to use all the experience, all the background experience that we have in our bags and trying to create something. Of course, for me it's very positive when you are working in different types, in different positions, you can understand better maybe what the people who is there need and what you can need to develop yourself as a coach. So I think every coach, we try to use our experience to try to be better and to can develop better our job. So I will use all my experience to come here in Huddersfield and to make my best.
And you've had over 10 years coaching experience, and you've worked with some really high profile managers as well. How does that help and how much have you learned from them?
I think you have open mind, you can learn a lot. It's like every coach is a little bit different. Everyone has different ideas about how they live this job, how they live football. And I think if you are open mind, you can get a lot of information. You can start to compare different types of leaderships. You can receive information about how they watch the game, how they like to play the game. And I think always it's positive to have this experience, like you say, to have been working with different coaches, because you can learn a lot of details of a lot of people, and at the same time, of course, is your feeling, is what you think about them. It's like everyone can be in the same room, listen the same coach, and learning different things. So at the end, it's like our values, our mentality, our previous experience too, allow us to create one identity as a coaches. And what we try to do now is to continue learning, to continue developing our ideas, and at the same time try to show what we feel and try to show the ideas that we have.
And being at Leeds United, I'm sure you know a lot about Huddersfield Town already.
Yes, of course. First of all, because it's a close club. Then I know more things about Huddersfield just in the last year, because 2 years ago the team was in Premier League during 2 years, and they got like 3 years ago the promotion to Premier League. So of course I'm in Huddersfield before I arrived to Leeds, because always first of all because England is something special when we talk about football, And of course, when you have some clubs that can be like a reference in the football world. So Huddersfield is one of these clubs, and after this, we play together this year. We share the same competition, and of course, you know the club, you know the players, you know the squad, and I think that's why I tell you that I am very pleased to be here.
And obviously, you were here at the John Smith Stadium earlier this season. What was that like in terms of the atmosphere? Because you could really hear the noise that the Huddersfield Town fans were making.
I think I really have a very positive remember about how is the atmosphere here in Huddersfield. In the game that we played versus Leeds, I remember that we as a Leeds coaches, we suffer a little bit because Huddersfield make us feel that they have the desire to win this game, and all the atmosphere was, all the crowd was very clear about how the supporters was supporting his team. I feel his England atmosphere always is amazing, always is special, but I think in this stadium we can build something together, something special together, because when I was here, I feel the full support of the fans with his team, and I feel that this crowd keep the team until the end. Is something very positive that we will try to receive from our people, giving the best to them.
As a club, we've spoke a lot about a new vision for the future. Talk to us about how that's been described to you from the chairman, Phil Hodgkinson, and from Lee Bromby.
I think in the first step that we give together, they had the idea to create something, to create one style of game. I was totally agree with them, because I think the first step that we need to give is to feel how we want to play. And I think both parts were agree about what we want to be in the future here in Huddersfield. So of course, one of the reasons that I am here is because both parts have the same feeling about what we want to be in the pitches. It's like, we want to be brave, we want to be a brave team, we want to show one style, we want to have one identity, we want to defend this identity playing home, playing away. There's like both parts have this type of feeling about the ideas that we have. So it was the first step. After, I was really positive surprised, because I found one sport director very focused in the methodology of training, very focused about what we are going to do during the week. And this is something that made me feel that we are with people that can have the same ideas that we have. We are very focused and we are very demanding about the methodology of training. We try to take care of all these details about the training, about how we prepare the games, and I think we find a place where both parts, or where we have the same feelings, trying to develop an identity, trying to create a culture, try to create an environment that allows us to defend one style of game.
That's something you're really passionate about, isn't it? The coaching element, making sure that everything's right on that training pitch.
Yes, it's like for me, when you are a coach, you have to be part of your feelings. We want to control. We want to use the training to improve the team. So we need to study a lot what we have doing during the trainings that can help the team to face better the situation that we are going to face in the game. So, of course, as a coaches, the training is one of the higher important parts that we have to convince the players, and especially to make them ready to face all the situations that after they are going to live in the games. What our players, I think, want is to be ready to face in better condition the football situations. Then what we are going to give is, during the trainings, these type of situations, to create one collective identity that allows us to feel and watch the football in the same way.
What type of style can Huddersfield Town fans expect from one of your teams?
I think, of course, the fans, what they want is to recognize with the team, and I think what we want is to give the best to our fans. It's like we want to create one identity where we want to try to dominate the games. Of course, in attack we want to create chances, and at the same time in defense we are going to try to avoid any chance of the opponent. And the idea is how we are going to do this. It's like we are going to try to take the control, to dominate the game, to be brave, trying to take the initiative in the game. We are not going to speculate about what we can do. I think when you have one idea, you need to go with the idea. And at the same time, we have a high respect for this competition. I know very well the championship. I know how tough is this competition. I know how many details you need to control in this competition to can have success in each game. Then the idea is to create one style that allow us to feel more comfortable in the game, that allow us to create the best ways trying to find the result that we want. And this is the summary. Be brave and have the character trying to go for each game.
From your previous work, we've seen that you really enjoy working with young players and developing them. Is that something that we can expect to see here too?
I think one of the responsibilities that we have as a head coach is try to develop always all the players that we are working with. I think academy players is one special part of the clubs, really special club or part of the clubs, and we are going to try to be focused on them too, because for us they are part of this project. They are total part of this project. We will try to develop our home players, our academy players, and we will try to show them what are the skills that they can need to come one day arrive to the first team. And this is their target, and at the same time this is our target. It's always important the desire that the young players have, because everything has to come from them, and this is important. They have to knock the door, they have to push themselves, trying to show us that they want the opportunity to arrive to the first team. So always we are going to take care of them, always we are going to follow the process, because I think when you are watching this as a real project, as a full project, one of the parts of this project is to continue developing the academy players. And I think we have here one very good staff with people that is taking care and is very focused about what they are doing during every day to help them to get the target. And I hope we find a very ambitious lads, and we will try to give our best to them, trying to develop and trying to help them in the process to arrive to the first team.
We've got a really strong link with our academy here at Huddersfield Town. In the last game of this season, we had 7 academy players who featured in that. That must excite you, that there are so many young players that are there or thereabouts.
Always is positive when you have one academy that work together with the first team, and when you find a club that they want to promote the things that they are working, or with the players that they are working when they are young. I think this is a perfect scenario to work together, because it's one of our targets. It's like what we want to create is like the best type of player that we can to face football games. At the same time, we are open to see who is ready to face the games. I think football is not important the age. In football is more important what is your passion to be player, and what are your skills or capabilities to be player. And sometimes the age, we have a lot of cases that show us that is not the most important thing. Then we are going to be open to any player. What we want to see if their desire to arrive and to help the first team in their commits.
Like us, your season finished yesterday. It will be a shorter pre-season. How important is it now that we really utilise and make the most of this time that we have?
I think for all the clubs, this pre-season is going to be a little bit different, because it's not the normal or not the typical one. So what we have to try to do, first of all, is take a lot of advantage about every minute that we are going to spend with the players. Now is a moment for rest for the majority part of the players, because like you say, we finished yesterday the season. Another players that finished the competition before, is the moment to start to be ready for the pre-season. They will add to the club before. And at the end, what we want to do is to use in the best way that we can use the time that we have. We know that it's not going to be a long competition, pre-season, but at the same time, we know that the players, or a lot of players, they come to compete from 24 hours ago, so they are not going to need the same time to be in good fitness levels to face the games. But what we try to do is to use the time trying to develop the football ideas fast in the best way that we can do it.
And just finally, are you looking to bring any staff with you here at Huddersfield Town to support you?
Yes, we are going to bring here with some of the people that I have a high confidence in them, people that I was working with them, and I know very well that they are ready to help in this project, and we are ready to create something special. At the same time, I think I am in a very positive position too, because I have here in the club Danny Scofield, who was someone that I was working with him from I arrived to Leeds United. I was working with him during 2 years, and I think it's someone that I want to be part of this project, and I will try to use all his knowledge and at the same time all his values as a person to help in this project. So what we want to create is a group of human people with high ambition, with hard working mentality too, because we like to be working in football. I think this is part of football is our life, and at the same time to be working in football is our passion. So for us it's not hard to be working a lot. Then we want to create a group of people that have the same ambition that we have, that be ready to work very hard to make our fans feel very proud.
Thank you for speaking to us, and good luck at Huddersfield Town.
Thank you very much. Thanks to you.